Hi everyone. Welcome again. I have been trying to catch some time. I did my reds today. Today is a red day and I'm gonna shake it up. I'm gonna finish drinking it. I don't know. It's been a day. So I'm gonna try my skinny brew. And I feel like I say it's a day a long time, but it's been a day. I had some problems with the internet, problems with Zoom. So I was like, oh my gosh, this has never happened to me before like this. So it was a little embarrassing. Luckily, it was for a class that, you know, was very understanding, and it was only have two people in that class, so it was okay. So my skinny brew into this. Let's talk a little bit about my Greenleaf, right? So Greenleaf, you know, let's see if there's anything really that I'm interested in talking about. Actually, I'm looking forward. I think it's because I'm kind of hungry, and I'm smelling my food, which is baked fish with Cajun seasoning on it, and it's a fish that I've never tried before, so I have no idea what this is going to be like. And I don't even know the name of it, so don't ask. And some baked beans and some peas. Sounds strange, but yeah. See how it tastes. Again, teen getting stuff out of my kitchen. So I had some baked beans that I got from on a discount when we were doing that Monopoly game, and so I am now trying to use everything that is in my thing. So I have my skinny brew. I'm sorry guys, I used a little creamer. I had some white chocolate creamer. So I didn't do a lot. I did less than the serving size. So that means it's gonna add a like 20. I'm gonna estimate it up. Just that little bit of creamer is gonna add like 20 calories. So that means my drink is like 30 calories. Such a bummer. I was trying to get used to the blackness of the coffee, but if this doesn't taste good, then I'm gonna go straight back to blackness. And I am so sorry. My kids are back, and okay, no, it's not. And my kids are just been doing this all day, cleaning out the toys that they don't want. And really what that means is that the girl is trying to throw out all the boys' toys. So that's what this is. Anyway, let's see what it tastes like. Wow. This tastes so good. I am so stunned. Oh my gosh. Oh. Mm. Mm. Wow. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect that. I expected me to just kind of be a little bit taken aback, but wow, that was really good. Okay, Greenleaf. You know, I don't know how much I really want to talk about. There's not really much I want to say, but I don't. The marriage, the couple that's getting a divorce. I am there with saying that we have this double standard for women who cheat on their spouses versus men. And a lot of times, many men can't get past the fact that their wife has gone out and cheated on them. And I am there with him. I understand what he's saying. However, I don't think that it's about just the cheating. I think it's more than just her having this affair. It's how she had it. It's what she did when she, it's just, and on top of all of that, you get an STD. I'm going to tell you that it is extremely hard to forgive somebody when not only are they having sex, but they're having sex without a condom and they give you an STD. I mean, to me, it's like a countdown. When will I get AIDS? And maybe it's part of the fact that I was raised during the 80s. The concept of getting AIDS when I was growing up was worse than getting pregnant. So, I mean, but again, she was conniving. She was doing all these other things, and I think that it's like I said, the sex is something that you can forgive. It is the context of the sex. It is the harm, the neglect and ill disregard for your partner with the sex, and it is the conniving part that she had. The fact that she was trying to blackmail the family. Like, come on, how do you move past? Even if you didn't cheat on him, you are conniving and doing all these other things to try to manipulate the family. That's a problem. And she's not a nice person. She has never been a nice person. She doesn't have a kind word for him. She's never had a kind word for him. I mean, what do you want to stay in the marriage for? Like, I don't even understand. She keeps trying to say, like, I'll call this all off. No, don't call anything off. The divorce is had. I'm there with him to try to finalize the divorce. I guess I can also talk about the young lady who, and I'm sorry, the names. Does it really matter? Does it really matter to be specific about the names? I don't think so. The young lady whose behind is now out to the world. I don't know what that's like. I don't post nude pictures. Even when I was single, and there was a guy who was like, can you send me a picture of such and such? I think it was a few guys. And I was like, yeah, it's called career. It's called I don't trust you. It's called what if you get a girl? What if I'm not going to be the wife? By the way, like I don't even send pictures like that to my husband. Yeah. I don't do it. So, but I understand children. And we talked about this on Monday. Young people think that they know so much. And I felt the same way. But they make such very poor decisions. And one of them is sending pictures of their nude body parts. If you don't want other people to see that picture, then don't send it. And that is the word. But what bothers me so much is that she doesn't feel like she could talk to her mom. And I will say that, like, I get where you don't feel comfortable speaking to your mother about things. I mean, I can completely understand that. And my mother and I have a pretty cool relationship, but there are some things I'm just not going to talk to her about, and I get that. But her mom her mother seems to be in a space where she seems to be a little bit on the open side to listen to all of the things that she may be going through. Because, I mean, think about all the stuff that this poor lady had to deal with. I mean, her son. I mean, it's just her mother is in no space to be judgmental. I mean, you gave away your kid. I mean, it's just you had an affair. And listen to her tea that got spilled. She was sleeping with she lost her virginity at the church. So all the tea that's been spilled, I don't think that, I think that there comes a point where you are going to I think there comes a point in life where you're going to believe and you're going to automatically come to center with the fact that it is a strong possibility, especially when your kid has their first serious boyfriend, that it's a strong possibility that my child is sexually active. And so we may need to have a come to Jesus moment and let's talk about sex in the way that is going to be. I'd rather have that first central conversation with her. Now that I have kids, when I was younger, I was like, nah, I didn't want to talk about it. But now that I have kids, and even when I was a church leader years ago, I would talk to young girls and would say, look, I'm not going to be the one to say don't have sex, but I am going to be the one to say the reason why even God has, really wanted both male and female to save themselves is because there's a responsibility that comes with sex. There's a transitioning from childhood to adulthood. There's a readiness that comes with this. There's a readiness of the responsibility that could be lead from this. I'm not even talking about just condoms. I'm talking about the consequences of the heart when you start engaging sexual activity. I'm talking about the consequences of what could happen to, when it comes to hygiene. Like, you need to now be really careful of your hygiene, especially if you're a woman. So it's just all of these different things, like the social interrelationships that you need to kind of develop and deal with because of this. So I just feel like those conversations need to be had when you start a discussion about, and when you start an inquiry about possibly being sexually intimate with someone else, right? And when you decide to have this take on a sexual relationship. I think in our society we play up sex way too much. And so that's something else that needs to be discussed, dealt with, considered, as they engage. And I think that that's a conversation. So, I mean, I think that she can have a better conversation, especially her cousin's advice ain't worth 2 cents and $1. So it's you need a different person to have an outreach with, because man, it ain't it. And the aunt, you think I'm gonna talk to the aunt when she's half bit mature herself? She's only worth 5 cents. So when it comes to advice, so you think I'm gonna go to her? No way, Jose. I am not going to her. So the only person in the house, and grandma is too uptight. So the only person in the house that is gonna give you a half bit of sense is going to be her mother. Talk to her mom. So, otherwise, you think that her mother's not going to be able to, somebody's not going to eventually send this text to your mom and be like, look at your kid. Look what she up to. Look what she doing. It's going to happen. So, whatever. I'm tired of this show. As much as I'm thinking about it and I'm giving way more energy to it than I should, I'm tired of Greenleaf. So I'm looking forward to the end of the season. By the way, I have a teaser for tomorrow. I will be finished with Mary Trump's book. So I'll talk about it tomorrow. Have a great afternoon. Don't forget, ElizabethWalker.itworks.com. See you later. Bye.